Let's do something a little bit different. This one's going to be a longer video, but I want to share this with you. Just this crazy lady, and it really encapsulates everything that is wrong with the woke mob cult mentality.
So, who got hit in the face?
I think our security team lead.
Okay, and who hit him?
They guessed that he...
21, safe fire.
487,
I'll call you back, please.
27, 421, repeat.
Safe for fire. So what happened?
She...
Okay,
I
we'll see.
verbally de-escalate. She told me that she wanted to rip it out, and I told her we couldn't do that.
Okay.
And then she said, excuse me, and I was like, ma'am, I need you to back up or leave, but we can't do that for you. So she started charging at me. I came all the way back into my office, into an enclosed space, and I hit her in the face.
Okay.
And I have it all on video.
Ma'am, are you okay?
Physically, I'm okay. Emotionally,
So already, emotionally, I'm not okay. So if you missed that, she came into the store, she didn't have enough money to pay for stuff, and then she asked for reparations.
R4031,
Okay.
in front of the big
And
one.
then chased you.
That's 8 for suspicion.
According to the manager's statement, a cashier called over the manager, where the suspect was kind of whispering, asking her to make reparations,
You can't see it, it's circled over in the corner, but he's narrating what's going on.
regarding her groceries of over $1,000. The manager told the suspect that if she wanted a donation, she needed to call in the morning. This response led the suspect to become verbally aggressive, screaming and forcing the manager to back into the cafe counter. A security staff member intervened and told the suspect to calm down before the suspect began backing him into the security office while screaming. Inside the office, the security staff member punched the suspect in self-defense and then called the police.
my glasses that he knocked off my face, yes.
I tried to close you out of my office, and you just kept on pushing your way in.
That's right.
No, sir.
So first of all, what do you guys think of the hit? She was chasing after him. He tried to close the door on her, and then, there's the desk right there. Sounds like looks like self-defense to me.
I didn't push my way in.
Yes,
I came around the corner quickly.
Hey, would
I
you
did not push
quit
the door.
talking? Hey, no.
Excuse you?
Stop talking. What I'm telling you, you stop talking.
And again, that's the cop that's saying, I need you to stop talking. Excuse you? That's already the, as it says, entitled woman. It's like, who do you think you're talking to? And why? I don't get it.
Okay?
Do you know who I am?
We'll
No.
figure it out when I get your ID. You have cameras here, right?
Who is you?
That's all that matters.
You clearly don't know who I am.
Man, is your ID in here?
No.
Okay.
ID isn't here.
So you don't have ID, yet you're surprised that nobody knows who the hell you are.
Can I ask you?
Sure. Why do you need my ID? You're not taking his.
You identify. We know.
Here we
What's his
go.
name?
We've been
Here
here.
we go.
Many times.
You identify.
Can I have your ID?
If I have to give my ID in this situation,
I'll
why
get his
doesn't
ID
he?
too. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. This has
All
to
right,
be
you're just
right.
digging a hole here.
No,
Let me
we're
have your
gonna
ID.
do this the right way.
He just said he already knows who he is.
You're doing it the wrong way for a
ID.
long. No, thank
That
you.
is.
Thank
Keep your
you.
ID.
Thank you. No, we're gonna do this properly. If we're gonna have this conversation, we will do it properly.
If you want to go first.
Part two.
Okay, so I was walking by, calls me and says that this woman asked to speak to a manager.
Okay.
So
First of all, and she said, I'm not going to have enough money to pay for this. I need to talk to the manager. She happened to be walking by.
Okay, and you were a manager? Okay.
And so they started here. You can finish that part.
So from the way that the cashier of the woman on the right was telling the story and is now handing the story off to her manager, it sounds like the woman who got punched, she was not aware that she was not going to have enough money to pay for her groceries. And at the point of her realizing, I don't have enough money, now she comes up with this reparation scheme. That's what it sounds like to me.
Okay, so I came around and I was like, hey, what can I do for you?
Okay.
Usually it's like the price is wrong or whatever.
So this is the manager.
She starts going on like this spiel about how I've had a privileged life and she's been disadvantaged and then
Where have we heard that before? Maybe playing non-stop on MSNBC and CNN. What are the chances that this lady has no job and sits around all day and watches that stuff and has become brainwashed? And walks into Target, doesn't have enough money, demands reparations, and then when they say, no, we can't do that, runs after the manager and the security person.
said that she was asking Target to make reparations for her. And I said, that's not something we can do tonight. Like, if you need a donation, you can call tomorrow. I
This
can
was
put
for
you in touch with
B&E,
the
correct?
HR person, but that isn't something I can do for you right now.
Okay.
And then, she was like, you need to put me in touch with someone tonight. And I was like, I can't. There isn't,
Okay.
like,
Strange.
That is strange. I mean, if I was this manager girl, I would have just straight up Googled Target corporate phone number and called and been like, here you go. They will do everything that you need. Please get out. But, I mean, obviously she didn't do anything wrong.
so, like, she just basically just kept saying that. And then she got really close to me. So I put my hands up and backed up, and she like followed me. She was like breathing into my eyeballs.
Breathing into my eyeballs.
So she got really close to me. I put my hands up. I touched her shoulders because she was coming into my space. And then because I touched her, she like was screaming really loudly and like backed me up against the soda machine. And then that's when our security she called our security person, and he came over and like intervened.
So what caused the issue then here today?
So that's the, rational person and also the camera's version of the story. Let's hear her version.
And we were going to have a big discussion here, and I asked her to do it nicely.
Who are you going to have this big discussion with?
Target, wherever in Target I needed to speak with.
What were you asking her to do?
Reached out to her manager so we can have a larger discussion how money works and how provision works and how it's been working in our community in a very wrong way.
Can you elaborate a little bit, go into further detail?
Sure.
No.
I was asking
I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
support my community in a big way.
In a new way. And so again, the air of not only that this is the right thing, but that I am entitled to it without even needing to give you an explanation.
Have a money conversation, locked out of things. We have decided we were not going to have a bigger conversation. I decided to take a stand. This is my Rosa Parks moment, dude.
This is my Rosa Parks moment, dude! Is it though?
Don't play with me.
I'm just listening. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, don't play with me. Dude, standing there trying to get your side of the story.
We're having a conversation about how to reconcile the fact that some people benefited off of a system that was rigged against other people. I asked nicely to have that conversation.
No, you
What
didn't.
were you asking for?
For her to connect me with who I could talk to.
What was your purpose of that further conversation? What were you going to ask that person for to do?
To break the lies around money.
To break the lies around money.
What's that mean?
We all know money has not been treating everybody equally.
Okay.
Money is
And
not
this is what these people do. They have all these grandiose ideas and disconnected ideas of injustice and why they're so oppressed. But if you actually try to have a conversation with them, they're unable to do it. Before I scrolled onto this, I was on some dude who went on a TikToker who was doing a live, a flat earther, and just pointing out the absurd and immature debate tactics and conversational tactics. These people don't know how to think.
not the only way for things to happen. It's not.
Were you asking for them to make a donation, essentially?
Yup.
Or to let you have them for free? What was
Yup.
it?
I was coming up to the limit of where I had money.
And again, that line right there, I was coming up to the limit. You knew what you brought in the cart. You knew what you had when you came up to the checkout. So that's what leads me to believe, based on what the original cashier said and what she just said right now, I was coming up to the limit. That leads me to believe she just made this up on the spot.
I was trying to ask if Target would comp me the rest, and we would
Why would you think that that is a thing?
have a conversation, bubble up a bigger conversation
If you want to go first.
All right,
about
agree.
why, because I know the heart of this place. It's the right place for me to have this conversation.
Target's a good company.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was trying to have a
Is
hard
it, though?
conversation in a safe place.
So did you?
I did it the right way.
And then when I was
You did it absolutely the wrong way.
I went through the right steps. They kept
No.
The reason the problem why money doesn't work right is because it blocks people on checkpoints. And I'm
And again, this is what I mean. It blocks people. No, you block people by not having the proper skills to call ahead and say, hey, I have this idea. This is how I would like it to play out. Or have a good idea in the first place. And think about, oh, is this a good idea? Should I actually call them? Should I actually walk into Target and try to make this happen? You don't do any of that. Those are the wrong steps.
tired of locking good people out. You don't get paid
Good
what you
people.
deserve nearly as much because choosing to do the right thing in this world costs us monetarily.
And so she's saying, you, the cop, don't get paid enough. I'm so sure that she's such a big supporter of the police.
Not fair. The system is rigged against people doing the right thing. Because this world is selfish.
I won't
You're
We
selfish.
have a bigger discussion of that. How selfish people are holding other people down.
Projection. She was literally holding the manager down. She was literally holding other people down. You don't get better projection than that.
Y'all are in this too.
So, can I
I live across. This is the aisle I crossed because my dad was a police officer in the military.
So remember, the question was what happened out there?
He hit my mom. She called you guys. We lived in a white neighborhood. I knew you were good because I knew my dad. He was supposed to come in and mediate, but he wasn't comfortable with the way we looked. So he stood at the door and said, "Ma'am, you should just stay." And she listened, and it broke our entire family. He did not do his job because he was scared. No, I will give you another
Nice violin.
example.
Can I talk for a second?
She's ready to give another example. I'll give you another example of things where life is not fair. Ma'am, life is not fair for anyone.
Alright, so to simplify what happened outside, you had a certain amount of money that was with you, correct? And you asked somebody to cover the rest, correct?
Yup.
That was your goal, correct? To
Yup.
cover the rest.
Yes,
And
and I have
can I please finish?
Yeah.
Were you anticipating that matter would be resolved right here, right now?
No, I knew I asked her to put me in touch with the right people.
Because that would
Okay, then why did you get physical?
be unreasonable to anticipate
Unreasonable to anticipate.
that somebody at this level could monetarily make a decision for a
But they
business.
blocked me from the bigger.
Well, you could have called us.
She doesn't even know. She doesn't even know. I didn't get what I want, therefore they are bad people. That is the level of thought. And these people vote.
We could have absolutely helped you get a phone number. The internet's got phone numbers. You could have found
That's
it.
fine, but I wasn't the wrong one in the situation.
Okay, that's a thing you can say.
Because she said the door shut and she couldn't see you two inside.
Yeah, so I tried to literally close her out, but at that point she was like pretty much running, so she barreled her way in and then kept coming into my office.
The right steps, she says. I did it the right way, she says.
And you just hit her and that's it.
Hit her like right in
Bam!
the face, like right in the jaw.
Talking to Ashley, minimum tonight is banning her from premises, I'm guessing. Pressing charges, something like that.
I mean, yeah.
You can
Would you press charges on her if you were that dude?
stand up, let's go outside.
Sure.
Grab we'll explain everything outside.
Ma'am, as of today, you're trespassed from Target.
Right at the end, the fucking security manager dude, ma'am, just so you know, you can't come back here, in case it wasn't clear.
I'm sorry. On the basis of you hitting me?
Ma'am, let's go.
Outside.
No, that is not going to happen.
Oh, here we go, Rosa Parks, let's go!
I will be arrested for this cause.
Come on.
No.
I will be arrested for this cause. I will be arrested for Target not giving me free stuff because I didn't realize how much money I had. I mean, alright, slay, honey, slay.
Don't make this
Nope.
more
You're
difficult.
gonna no. It's gonna be on camera. Where are you holding your lines at?
Come on.
Where are you holding your lines
Very
at?
straightforward.
It's so funny. It's so funny. These are the same type of people who will talk about January 6th and this and that and what right-wing militias and white supremacy. It's you! It's you!
Business can refuse a customer. If I go to Wendy's and I like my haircut, they don't have to serve me.
Does he have to?
That is
does
all
he-
this is.
So
He
he gets the right to kick me out after he hits me. About why?
Like, ma'am, you have the thought level of a 4-year-old. Moving on to part 4.
He didn't bubble
So-
that. He can't bubble that up in management.
He is
I
speaking on
asked-
behalf of the company at this
Really?
point. That's
Exactly.
what he's doing.
So he can speak on behalf of the company at that level.
But the white man is trying to keep the black people down. He's trying to block us because money don't work like that. What are you saying?
couldn't do it there.
I wasn't out there. I'm sure tensions were a little different than they are at this moment in time. So,
Yeah, that tends to happen when you rush people.
Oh, you're gonna reconcile that. You're not going to give me any more lies. You will tell the truth about the situation.
Again, like, who are you? Who are you that you think this is an appropriate attitude to have in this situation?
No, you are trying to arrest me for him hitting me.
Correct. You are under arrest.
Yes.
You're under arrest
Correct.
for menacing and disorderly conduct.
Now,
Now, here's what we would like to do. We would
Let's
rather
go
you
make
walk
this
outside and not make a big deal. If you're going to make a big deal,
you're
we're going to have to handcuff you and do all that.
Yes, you will.
Let's go.
I'm not going to move.
and she chose violence.
You're resisting too. Okay?
Let's do it.
Let's
If
not.
we're going to go into it, let's do it. If you're going to hold every line, you know what happened here.
I know, I just watched the video.
I asked to open a conversation, and he's still blocking me out, and you guys are protecting it.
Ma'am, you chased the one employee all the way to the front. You made contact with her body by pushing your body into hers. I just watched it clear as day on the video.
Okay?
He then came
Okay.
out, and you followed him all the way back here,
Okay?
making him fear for his safety. You backed him into an office and you got hit in the face, unfortunately.
When people who are backed into a corner, they can choose to do the right thing, or they can choose
Yeah, they can choose to do the right thing, like protect their personal safety and knock you the F out.
to lash out.
Okay, you were in the wrong here, just so we're
I
clear.
held the line, and I don't know.
Again, it's righteous. It's righteous. And because dogmatically and axiomatically I believe that I am right, nothing that anything anyone can say or do can ever make me think that, maybe I should think about this for a second before I actually play this out. Maybe I should rethink my ideas when I'm in a room full of cops.
moved my line continuously. I asked, and when they did not respect, they were gatekeeping me. Like the whole world has kept people.
Yeah, you were free to leave at any time,
Absolutely.
but you didn't.
Absolutely.
So
because it wasn't
you
right.
amplified the situation. No, you wanted something
When the
for
laws
free.
are not right,
You wanted something.
you
for
make a
free.
stand so they can change.
You ready to go outside?
If the laws are meant to hold people down, you will fight for me, my community.
Okay, let's go outside.
You will come for me.
Let's go outside.
Jesus Christ.
Trying to give you the chance right now, just like before. You're elevating the situation when it doesn't need to be. It's already done.
It's not done.
It's done.
I mean, what's the word? Self-aggrandizing? I would love to think this highly of myself. Like, I think I'm a pretty cool dude, but like, come on.
Absolutely
Tonight
not.
is done.
No, it's not. You're not. Your people that look like you are done trying to gatekeep people that look like me.
No.
That's racist! Again, it's just, like, obviously, but like, say it out loud. Say it out loud.
What happened? What happened?
You got mad at them because they wouldn't give you your
You
card for free.
I literally no.
Yes.
You
Yes.
saw my heart. You understand what I was trying to do. I
What?
explained it to you.
You were trying to have them comp some of the extra stuff. Yes, stuff
Through
that you
a
couldn't
large
afford.
conversation.
And then that large conversation spoiled into this, unfortunately, and this
Correct.
is where we are. That doesn't, just because your intentions were good, does not make this any less illegal, unfortunately.
Right.
I don't, she says right. She keeps saying, yes, absolutely, exactly, when they say things that completely contradict her line of thinking. But it either shows that she just doesn't get it, or she's just not listening. Like, it doesn't matter if your intentions are good. What is right, and what is wrong is wrong. And you, ma'am, were wrong.
So we
But what
have,
happens when the
so give me 2
laws
seconds.
are not okay for people?
I have to enforce the laws that are in place. That is our job, that is our goal.
But he's not getting arrested for assault?
Not
Nope.
assault.
He's defending himself.
We're all watching this, right?
Absolutely.
Yup, we were too, honey. That is clear self-defense.
We're all watching this together. You see where the police are holding the lines of my people?
Ma'am,
My people.
The
My
laws.
people. This is the type of thinking when I don't even want to go there. But this is the type of thinking when you force yourself to be associated with a group of people simply because you share immutable characteristics with them. You feel like you personally have been oppressed when you're good.
I wasn't.
Sure.
No. This
But
is
here's
the
the thing.
problem.
Even if we're wrong, that's what court's for. So we don't need to argue about it. We just have to go with what probable cause and what the law
Is
says.
there part 5? Last part.
Okay?
All right.
You can't touch other people, okay? You can't make other people. You did. I watched the video. Okay? You can't do that. You can't.
I bet you she genuinely thinks that she didn't do anything wrong. I don't think she's like BSing to try to get out of this. I think that she is dead ass serious. She thinks she did nothing wrong.
People feel for their safety. That's why it's menacing, okay? You can't chase employees back in offices. That's disorderly conduct.
He asked me. He was gatekeeping me.
Ma'am, you were free
See,
to
yeah,
leave.
this isn't like trying to wiggle out of something. This is legitimately. Well, what do you mean?
No, he knew about the police. He said, I will call the police. And instead of doing that, he ran back here.
What makes you think that you can't walk and chew gum at the same time? They have a whole security team. You can see a little bit that they had a bunch of people in the vests and whatever. They all got cell phones. While you're chasing him down, somebody call 911. Boom. Done.
You chased him.
To have that conversation.
I chased him to have a conversation. Oh, I bet that'll hold up in court.
Completely wrong.
No, there was not any time that my hands came up to do anything to anybody. What I did, I stood my ground.
Okay, and you
And
went
when
wrong.
people, no, I wasn't. Standing your ground is not wrong if you're standing
I agree. Standing your ground is not wrong. Well, unless, you're on wrong grounds. But you weren't standing. You were running, bitch.
it in the truth. If there are places
Nope,
where the
not the
system
truth.
is broken and rigged against people,
Then I can do anything I want and it doesn't matter because the system is broken and rules don't matter and everything is okay and I do whatever I want.
anybody. The rules need to change.
Okay, they're not changing tonight. Okay? We have to go by the Ohio Revised Code.
You're holding me down. This is what we're going
You're
to do right
holding
now.
me down. You're oppressing me.
Now you're under arrest, yes.
For him hitting me, I'm clearing this up.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I was trying to do?
I understand what you're trying to do. It doesn't make it any less illegal.
Nobody
You're not
cares.
talking. You're not having that bigger conversation with them
Nope.
and helping level them up and understanding.
Nope.
You're
I
like,
explained what...
That conversation could have happened. If you were a smart person, Target is a type of company that would love to sit down and get some positive PR. If you had called their HR or PR department and said, hey, this, that, and you actually had something worthy of your community, then I'm sure that Target would have been more than happy to at least work with you, at least have that conversation. But no, you just feel entitled to demand it at the lowest level, a cashier, a middle manager. No offense to those, I've been a Target cashier, but like they don't have any power in the company. This is not uncommon. This behavior is. This mentality is not.
What
Let's
you
see how
did,
this
just
ends
because
up.
there's a deeper thought and a deeper level
but
that
he-
you have
no,
doesn't make it
the
less
deep-
illegal.
The deeper part was he wasn't the right person to have that conversation with. He did not do his part. Instead, he hit me.
Defending himself,
He hit
yes.
a woman.
Defending
he hit
himself.
a woman out of his own.
Oh, so we already played the race card pretty hard. I don't know if you could play it any harder than that. And now we're going to play the gender card.
Not disagreeing. He hit a woman today, yeah. Absolutely he did. And it was in his own defense.
Based.
So what we are going to do is either A, we can walk out peacefully, or B, we can do it in cuffs.
Why was he not? No, why?
Even if you think this is some grand, Rosa Parks stand, you're getting arrested either way. Walk out with your, fist in the air like some martyr. Like you're not leaving that room unarrested.
He not being arrested. And because he said he could have called the cops, he realized he had a choice in that
And
moment.
you chased him into his office. So here's the deal. We're done. I need you to turn around, put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest. Thank you.
Violate my
Why
rights
don't you just do
as a
that?
human being to protect the law.
Do you have anything on your person that's going to poke us, prod us, or cut us? No? Okay.
See it? Good. Your job is good
Well,
people.
she's still going.
I don't disagree that you're a good person. Here, keep on walking. We're almost here.
No, we're having a conversation.
Absolutely.
People have been
We'll have a
knocking us
conversation
out
from
of
the back seat. Come on.
You're gonna sit in the back seat with me?
I'll stand outside the back seat with you.
I asked nicely, and I got
No, you
refused,
didn't.
and I stood a line that scared them, and they lashed out.
So, do you think you could have...
The sad thing too is that I bet you she was all over her Facebook, yes, Facebook, talking about how this happened to her and it was so unjust and she was so oppressed, and so many people around her will believe her, take her side, and think that, the injustices that she's talking about in this very video not only are true, but are even more so and even closer to home.
Approached it in a different manner than how we approached it today. And
like I just said,
same goal, the same end.
How do you expect I'm asking for something at the register to be done. The cashier couldn't do it for me. They asked her to bubble it up to a manager. That's what you do. You take it up the chain of command.
Absolutely you do. Yeah.
But this is the problem. My people have been trying to take it up the chain of command.
My people.
And they're getting smacked back down.
Why do you think that is? Maybe because you're chasing people instead of making phone calls and sending emails.
The laws are not in their favor. For you to take a hard stand, I just got hit. They were gatekeeping me. They told me they were not going to help me.
I asked
a very nice and polite question to that young lady. She said, I am the only one here. I can't help you. I can't do that for you. Okay. It was a little over $1,000. $1,000 and a little bit of change where she was ringing up. I could see.
Again, bringing up. Oh, at this point. It's coming up to $1,000. It's not like you were just at that point taking things off the shelves. You were already aware of what was in your cart. You were already aware that you had, you had a lot of stuff. So why wouldn't you have started the transaction with this conversation? You made this up on the spot.
That I wasn't going to be able to get everything without assistance.
Yeah.
And I deserve that assistance.
Oh, yeah, coupon you could have used, could you for a discount, nothing like that.
Yeah, it's called the race card.
So you're out of money, you asked for a discount, basically? Asked them to comp like a couple $100.
I asked them to have the larger conversation with me. Why is it that people, when it gets to a point...
Shout out to Kevin Samuels. Again, it's the sign language, shame, insult, guilt, and what? The need to be right. We are walking through step by step. He said you came in, you didn't have enough, you asked for a little bit of assistance, and she has to say, I asked for a conversation. Just say yes. That's what happened.
Where a young man reached out and hit an older black woman.
And now we're telling stories
of
again.
Age, race, anything.
You don't hit somebody.
You don't hit people, but I can also understand.
You also don't chase people into an enclosed area.
Why he did. He was defending himself. You chased him into a closed office where he had no point of exit.
Right, that was the point. I was forcing him to have a conversation.
And you were forcing him to become scared.
You can't do that. That's not allowed. If somebody doesn't want to talk to you, they don't have to talk to you. Again, I was forcing him to have a conversation. Yeah, lady, that's why you got hit. That's why you're in the back of a cop car. You can't do that.
Fear. That's the downside. Let's say I fall.
My people have been scared and in fear to come into a lot of your places.
There has been racism in the past, therefore, I am allowed to force people to talk to me.
They've been kept out.
If I do the same thing as you just did, he'd probably hit me in the face too, though.
But I have been kept out, and I was asking to come in, and he was continuing to keep me out. And you can't have...
Okay, then that's what it is then. When you ask somebody something, that gives the opportunity for them to say no. You're not asking anymore if you're not going to accept the no.
Both ways. Either he had the authority or he didn't. Either he reached up to his higher authority, because you know how it works.
Maybe he would have called him tomorrow. You never know.
I was asking for something to happen in that moment.
I need it now.
Couldn't do that in that moment.
That's not true.
It seems like it may be. I don't know. I don't have his opportunities. I don't know his job. I don't know how it works here.
Look at the. I'm trying to look at the time clock on the body camera. Am I wrong that this is saying like 9:30 at night? 9:30 at night. You think you're getting corporate people at 9:30 at night to talk about giving you free shit? Come on.
Police officer, not a target manager.
The suspect was charged with menacing and disorderly conduct. After the court proceedings, the suspect's initial charge of menacing was acquitted, while the suspect was found guilty of disorderly conduct. Based on the
Damn.
court's finding, the suspect was sentenced to 2 days in.
Okay.
2 days in jail. So, I mean, I saw this and I saw the first couple parts and I just felt like there was, I want to talk about it. If you liked this kind of thing, let me know. I could definitely do more of it, not just cop stuff, but more long form, just kind of voiceover things. But let me know, what did you think?